Hi everybody, Natasha Koch here with the Van City Home Team. Today we're going to talk about reverse mortgages. So this is actually a new term for me, and I've come across this more often because I have sort of ventured into working more with senior citizens. And so I'm going to explain what a reverse mortgage is. I'm sure that some of you have some questions and hopefully I'll be able to answer those. There's a couple of reverse mortgage products out there. There's probably more than two, but the two top ones are the CHIP reverse mortgage, which you've probably heard of, and income advantage, which it actually requires an additional source of income. They're becoming actually a lot more popular and they're based on the equity that's in your home. So it allows you as a homeowner, if you've owned your home for a really long time and you're not ready to move out, but you do need extra money, you can tap into the equity in your house. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how it works. Then I'll talk to you about some pros and cons and some other options in case the cons outweigh the pros. So basically, you have to be at least 55 years of age. So anybody watching right now that's below 55 and if you're below 55, you probably don't have that much equity in your home, or maybe you do and you got lucky. But regardless, you have to be 55 or older. You have to have built enough equity in your home. Now that doesn't mean that your home has to be paid for, but there has to be a sufficient amount of equity in order for you to borrow against it. And then of course, in order to qualify, you'd have to have an appraisal of your home. A real estate agent can give you an idea of market value, but a qualified appraiser would have to be ordered to give a registered appraisal of your home. So let's talk about the pros and cons. Pro for a reverse mortgage: you get to still live in your house. One of the things that I think are very difficult for seniors is the idea of downsizing. And believe me, I would love to help you sell your home and downsize into a new one, but if it's not the right move for you, then I don't want to see you do that. If your doctor's office or your friends or your community is in the area and you can't afford to move into or downsize or find something that would be affordable enough for you to stay in your area, sometimes it's better to stay in the house that you're in. So that's a pro. You can stay there. You still retain the title of your house. It's still your home. You get the money cash, tax-free. So whatever you do draw from it, you can take it out in one lump sum. You can take it out in monthly payments, or every couple months a disbursement. This is a kind of a cool thing. It's a non-recourse loan. So either if for some reason the market value drops, you're not actually having to pay this loan back until you either move out of the house, you pass away, or you decide to sell it. At that point, if the amount on the mortgage exceeds the value of the home, you're not responsible for the amount. So that's a non-recourse loan. You get to, like I said, receive the funds in one lump sum or over a course of a time period, or if you just want to supplement your income every month, you can do that too. Let's talk about some cons. Because there's no monthly payments, the interest rates will be higher. So I'm not sure of the exact rate, and this is something that we'll get into on how to go about applying for one of these, but the interest rates are definitely higher than a conventional mortgage. The balance increases, of course, over time, because essentially what you're doing is you're borrowing money from your home and, of course, increasing the balance as it goes until such time as you decide to move or sell or you pass away. So let's talk about the process. It's actually pretty straightforward. So you could speak to a mortgage specialist. You would fill out an online form, and of course you would see if you would even qualify based on your age and your equity in your home. And then of course you'd have to get a qualified independent appraisal of your home. So the cost of that is usually, depending on your square footage, a few $100s for that. And all the paperwork associated. You would sign, you would review it with a lawyer just to make sure that the terms are understandable to you and that you're okay with all of the terms, because it is essentially a refinance of your home, so to speak. And then you receive your tax-free money. So that's basically the process in a nutshell. Please be careful though, and I'm really an advocate for seniors, especially. Be careful of scams. Don't respond to unsolicited mailers or ads that, advertise free money. Don't sign documents that you don't understand. It is a legal document and you need to be careful. Don't accept payments for home that you don't own, obviously. And be wary of anybody and you should be like this anyway, be wary of anyone that promises you, something for nothing, basically. Because as we all know, now that we've been around this world for a long time, there is nothing like that. So some alternatives to reverse mortgage. So it may not be for everyone, but some alternatives would be conventional mortgage. Maybe you can refinance. Maybe you've got lots of equity, and even if you are older, there is still an option for you to potentially refinance your home. Home equity loan. You can get a loan just based on the equity, and of course you would require a appraisal for this as well. Or a line of credit. The difference between a loan and line of credit will likely be the interest rate and the term of and the speed that you would pay it back at. And you could sell your property, of course, so you could get a realtor in to do an evaluation of your property and see if it's worth maybe selling and downsizing. If you have life insurance, you could maybe borrow against your life insurance policy. That's something that maybe you don't even need to touch your home. You can take a look at your life insurance policy. And then, of course, if you have any retirement savings, or savings accounts that you've set up that would give you the ability to access some money that way. Check into those options. So I hope that this is helpful. I know that the demographic for this is probably seniors that may not be online right now, but any of you that have family members that you'd like to give some information to, reach out to me. I'm happy to send you some information or refer you to a mortgage broker that can help you. So reverse mortgages, check it out if you're interested.